let me get your idea. What you think that Maresca, if he's cooking, that means he's up to there. He's there to challenge these big boys. That means that's why you are cooking. You cannot be cooking and you are afraid. So if he's cooking, he's going to play Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Do you think he can cook these teams?
A slot is not about to let you waltz into Anfield and walk away with a result. You know.
Now let's get it started. Let's get it started. Play ball!
After losing that first game against Manchester City in the first league game of the season, Maresca and his team started playing very well. They started cooking something what Chelsea fans love. If you go to the social media now, they are talking about Maresca. He is trending. That they are even saying that they will not swap him again, apart from Pep. Okay, someone saying apart from Pep, no Premier League or any coach in this world that are going to swap for Maresca. That he is cooking what they love. But the issue now is that the next games for Chelsea is going to be critical if they are going to be challenging the league, qualifying for the top 4, or they are going to start struggling. They are playing Liverpool away at Anfield. They are going to play Newcastle. It's a double game against Newcastle, one in the Premier League and one in the Carabao Cup. They are playing Newcastle at home in the Premier League and away in the Carabao Cup. They play Manchester United at Old Trafford. Then Arsenal is going to be visiting Stamford Bridge for that game against Chelsea. Okay, John, if you look at Maresca, he is cooking something that Chelsea fan loves. Everybody is boasting that they will not swap their coach with Maresca. They are, Chelsea, they are winning, so you go get more at the talk. But the next games are going to be critical for him. Do you think that he has what it takes to survive these particular upcoming games? Because it's going to shape their season. They have not been playing, I don't think they have played the big team apart from Manchester City. They have been playing the Wolves and the Nottingham Forest. Now, the big challenge has entered. Can Maresca keep cooking?
You know, for me, when I hear Chelsea fans, I no disrespect to Chelsea fans. You guys are hype FC, like I call you guys. They've started overhyping Maresca. They've started overhyping their performances so far in the season. Everybody is talking about, hey, we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this. And Maresca is this, Maresca is... Baba, calm down. Baba, just start work. Just calm down for this guy. You know, this is how, this is what happens. Like I usually say, this is what happens when you go through a bad season with a big part manager and you come out of that bad season. You enter a new season with a new manager. You guys are winning. The vibe is high. Morale is growing. The board is happy. Everybody is gingering. Hey, is it not Liverpool? Is it not will be Liverpool? Is it not Newcastle? Will be Newcastle. Baba, you guys should calm down because the game is just getting hotter right now, because the first 5 games or 7 games of the season so far have been hot. A humbling defeat to the old legend himself, Guardiola, at Manchester City. Maresca is his boy. Maresca has 2 sons in the Premier League. Talking about Enzo Maresca and Mikel Arteta. So you can never outshine your master, which is why he lost that first game. Normally. So now, going into this next run of games, Enzo Maresca has one job. Remove your ear from the hype. Remove your ear from the criticism. Focus on your team, your mentality, the daily inputs that are required for you to get success in this game. Now, I felt when I saw their last game where they struggled and got a draw, that they should have actually won that game. The fact that they didn't and they settled for a draw tells me that Maresca is cooking. The club have an identity. They have a play style. But there are several lapses that Maresca needs to sit down with his players and sort out. One, that defense. We need to talk about the defense going into January. 2, the movement up forward in terms of the attacking pairs he's been featuring. A lot of them struggle when they meet opponents like the one they met over the weekend. So there are a few issues he needs to address to be able to come out with a result in this run of games. Let's not forget, you are going to Anfield. Anfield is a great stadium.
It's slot that they are top of the league.
Slot is top of the league. You are going to Anfield. They have a great atmosphere in the stadium. They are top of the league. But 1 point ahead of the contemporaries.
I think they can get the results. They can get 3 points.
I wouldn't be so confident because Slot is not about to let you walk into Anfield and walk away with a result. Over the years, you walk into Anfield, you get away with a draw, you are happy, and it's as if you won a match.
What if Maresca goes there and cook?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You know why I say it's going to be tough? Don't be surprised if Liverpool playing at Anfield are more composed and reserved than ever. Let's not forget that they do not want to let other rivals get points on them off this match. Because you go there, you draw, a Man City somewhere going to go and win, closes the gap on you and moves ahead of you. Yes. So he is going to be very, very reserved and very, very proactive about this game. He wouldn't want to give Chelsea the chance to come to Anfield and feel like, okay, nothing there, let's boss these guys.
If you look at other games they are going to play, they are playing the Newcastle at home. It's going to be a tough game for him. They talk about the Manchester United. You know, you talk about the derby, this small derby they have between them.
This is London derby. This is Sancho coming back to Old Trafford.
Sancho is coming back to Old Trafford.
And this is Mount also in Manchester United trying to put up a show.
Injury free.
If it's going to be injury free, 1, 2, if Bruno is not going to be available, 2, because Bruno might not be available, so we don't know what's going to happen with Bruno. But if Bruno starts, I'm sure they are going to give Mount maybe a couple of minutes to impress as well. So it's a derby game. Manchester United can be losing 11 games in a row when they see a derby with Chelsea. Remember, this is also clash of fans. Chelsea fans versus Man U fans. It's going to be a big one. Fighting. So anointing for rolling back the wasted years can come on Manchester United, and they go in that game and give Chelsea a thrashing, and then the following week go and lose to whoever they want to lose to. Arsenal. You know, so it's very, very dicey that, you know, Chelsea and Maresca need to close out all the noise, focus on their work, do the work they need to do. Because I think after seeing that game and the way they conceded and the way they draw, he should have been having special sessions with his defenders, because depending on who you pick, remember they have games coming in quick successions. He may want to move 1 or 2 players around.
Yeah, in between those games, they have the Conference League in between those games. But I don't really talk about Conference League, but they play the different team for that conference.
So they need to mind who they are going to be fielding for the Liverpool match, who they are going to be fielding for the Newcastle game in the Premier League, and the Manchester United game. Very important mixture.
Okay, if you look at this run of future, do you think that Maresca can get maximum points, or do you think he will struggle in some? Or what game do you think he will struggle in some and win some? Okay, let's talk about the 3 big games. Okay, the 4 big games. Let me get your idea what you think that Maresca, if he's cooking, that means he's up to there. He's there to challenge these big boys. That means that's why you are cooking. You cannot be cooking and you are afraid. So if he's cooking, he's going to play Liverpool, Newcastle, Manchester United, and Arsenal. Do you think he can cook these teams? He has built a team to cook them.
I think he has the frameworks to cook, you know. The question is, who is going to turn up for Chelsea on the day? Is it going to be Gen Z Chelsea, or are we going to see All-Star Chelsea turn up? That's the question of the day. Are you going to go into the Liverpool, like for example, the Liverpool game is going to be a litmus test. It's going to be, you know, he's come out in the press to say that he's not in competition with Manchester City or with Arsenal. You understand me?
He just wants
to finish top 4 and build. Yes, he's left those 2 guys out of them because one is his master, 2, the other one is his brother in Guardiola. So, you know, Chelsea now going to Liverpool is a totally different ball game. He is going to want to win it to make a statement. 1, 2, he's also going to want to win the Man U game, because that one is you know, when you are plotting where you're going, pick your wins and how you play your games.
If I focus on that Man
U, you have to look out for the games where
you can pick up 3
satisfy the fan base, and games where you get some rep with the ball. If you go to Anfield and beat Man U,
and beat Liverpool,
you go to Anfield and you beat Liverpool, you settle any background question of the ball, whether you are capable or whether you can do the job or not. You settle it with a win. Fine one, you get your plaudits. If you go to Manchester United at Old Trafford and you beat Man U, you give your fans more reason to praise you, hype you, and all of that. So he needs to balance. These 2 games are very important, because anything going wrong in these 2 games is going to either put the fans in a bad light, which you would not want, or he may bring questions over his capacity too against Liverpool. So he needs to manage out these 2 games and come out looking on point. That's just what I need to say.
Okay, Maresca, his next 5 games or 6 games in the Premier League and the Carabao Cup, he's going to be playing the big boys now. Apart from Manchester City, they played in the first game of the season. They are going to be playing big boys. The Manchester United, is Manchester United a big team now? Well, okay, let's just put them as a big team. Oh, let them just add them before they will get angry. They are going to be playing Liverpool at Anfield, Manchester United at Old Trafford. They are going to play Newcastle at home. And they're going to play the host. They're going to be hosting Arsenal. Arsenal are now one of the big teams now in England. So it's going to be a whole test for Maresca. He has been cooking, and Chelsea fan has satisfied with what he's been cooking. But will this food burn, or will he keep cooking? See you guys next time.